Hi, good morning, everybody. Okay, so every day of today, I have the pleasure to be presenting you my outline about constellations. Alright, so just to give you a quick summary, the constellations is pretty much the mapped out version of the galaxy, well, of the universe per se. It's a combination of stars that join together to form a figure, or actually, like a better rather to call it, a, a trail of stars. Okay, so this is about the whole article. Now, when it comes to the outline, I decided to went for the following. Constellations are far beyond our understanding. Okay, number one, why did I select it? Due to the fact that the whole universe itself, even stars, are actually far beyond our grasp. Sadly, at this moment, we don't have nor the technology nor the knowledge necessary to have a better idea how things behave. What I'm trying to say is, you can tell me, Elias, but it's just a star, it's not going to move. That's quite incorrect. Even though that we may not see it in our life, because we live really short, per se, constellations do move, stars do move, and also stars do die as well. So there's a lot of things that we only have a tiny bit of information, a tiny bit of grasp of information, and that's the thing about constellations. The whole universe itself is far beyond our understanding. Second, knowledge beyond our grasp. Okay, the reason why I selected this one is due to the fact that even though we have a lot of technology recently, something that is actually quite true when it comes to the universe is the fact that we cannot currently navigate through the stars. We don't have any type of spaceships or so on. The main way that we actually recollect information is throughout, first of all, telescopes and also satellites that we send, and also probes per se. But that's about it. It doesn't go any way further. So, sadly, almost all the knowledge when it comes to the universe is far beyond our grasp. Don't get me wrong, we have done a lot of advance when it comes to astronomy, but we're so far behind that it's impressive that we haven't even been able to get the information that we currently have. And for the third one, I selected constellation can work as a map. Okay, this is for the most important one. Something that you have to keep in mind is, for example, at least as humans, when it comes to the Earth, there are a few constellations that you can look into the sky, and there are been told that if you happen to see them, which is actually quite hard nowadays because of all the lights of the city, but if you happen to be in a place where there's no lights per se around you, you can actually watch a few of constellations like Andromeda and so on. So if you happen to see one of those, they can actually guide you through depending on the constellations and the formation of the stars. If you're heading west, north, south, and so on. So that's actually a really good way to try to locate yourself in the night. But that's just like an added bonus per se. The most important part about a constellation is that it actually works as a map. Okay, perhaps right now we're not going to be able to take full advantage out of it due to the fact that we don't travel among the stars. But the generation that do have the opportunity to do that, constellations are going to be the best way by far to try to locate yourself where you are. Because even though stars do move, even though the stars do die, but they take a significant time to move or to change. So it will be like the best point of reference if you're trying to get from a place to a place, or even get back to your original point. I'm sorry. Try to use a constellation just as a point of reference. Alright, that will be my article. Thank you so much for your time and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye.